Some new details on a health alert for homeowners with private wells. Yesterday, we told you about a study revealing elevated levels of arsenic and uranium in the water. Now the state is urging people with wells to have their water tested. And tonight, Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Matthew Campbell walks us through what we need to do.
Well, Mark and Aaron, we're here in this Woodbury home, and we're going to get into the science behind this, the alert that's going out, and then show you how easy it is to test for this.
Anything from bathing to cooking.
Eric Mossman is one of the 820,000 Connecticut homeowners who gets his drinking water from a well. When this father realized the water that's being used for his daily activities may have elevated amounts of uranium and arsenic, he sprung into action.
You want to protect your family the best you can, and the water. I mean, it's everything revolves around water.
The state and the USGS did the study, and it found elevated levels of the odorless and tasteless natural chemicals in drinking water.
This is not man-made. This is natural contaminant in the bedrock.
The science behind it is tricky, so we asked Professor Courtney McGinnis from Quinnipiac's Biological Sciences Department to explain. She says our terrain plays a big role.
It's in rockier terrain. Throughout Connecticut, you're kind of drilling down into the ground there, and it's allowing for those minerals to get into your well water.
Public water sources are tested, but if you have a private well, it's up to homeowners to test. That's why this plea is going out tonight.
Test one time, see what you have, and then at least you know what you're dealing with. Because if you don't test, you don't know.
What can be more concerning is that we'll never be able to identify hotspots for these cancer-causing chemicals because results can vary home by home.
You have a neighborhood of 30, 40 homes, everyone's testing their well, they get a variety of different results.
We might have different underground water sources that we're tapping into.
That is why the state says testing for the chemicals is going to be critical.
There's really no way for you to know if your drinking water that you utilize on a daily basis is potentially contaminated unless you get it tested.
Back in Woodbury, Mossman does these tests for a living, and he says the testing process isn't as simple as just giving a lab a glass of water.
We're going to look over the system and see the best point to pull it from, depending on, again, when water treatment is in place, and there's flush periods that you have to do for certain testing.
He says water should run for at least 5 minutes to ensure we're tapping into the well. His company will come and collect the samples and then send it to one of the 25 labs approved by the state. Results should come back within a week, and Mossman does it once a year, and the state suggests you should too.
We've been lucky. We haven't had any elevated levels, although there are areas around here that it's pretty prominent.
So let's say you hire someone like Eric to test the waters and it does come back with elevated levels of these elements. Now you can get a reverse osmosis system, but that costs thousands of dollars. And there are other solutions as well. And you can call the state. They're offering assistance to help you find the right one for you. We're here in Woodbury. Matthew Campbell, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.